Well, greetings to you. The party political conferences are now at an end. Thank the Lord. I don't know about you, but I've never heard so much bollocks in all my life. They seem to be talking about everything but really is the problem with the country at the moment, which is this invasion by illegal immigrants of young men in between 20 and 30. This is a major danger to our country. This is the number one enemy of the state, letting these people in. And I didn't hear once a single political party suggest they could handle the problem. They talked about the European Court of Human Rights and all the rest of it, but that doesn't mean anything. That's all just nonsense. That's all just noise. Here's what I want to happen. Here's what I want to happen. I want a party that's going to commit to mobilising the Royal Navy and towing these people back to the coast from which they came, which in the main is France. And if the French government or the French Navy try to interfere with it, we'll simply have to sink their ships. And we've done that before. We must make sure that nobody is brought in by the Royal National Lifeboats Institution and the Border Patrol people. That all needs to stop immediately. And the people who are flying into airports, let's make this very clear, that if anybody airline flies in illegal immigrants, even if it's only one person in 200 getting off an aeroplane, we will confiscate the aeroplane. We'll confiscate it. And that should concentrate the minds of people who are flying into this country, their aeroplanes, and who gets on them. So that's something else that we need to do. Now, Serco, which is a government agency, at this moment advertising for properties in the north and northwest of England and West Midlands under 5-year contracts for hotels and hostels, so on and so forth. So our government has absolutely no intention of sending these people back. Obviously, otherwise they wouldn't be signing 5-year contracts. Now, what we need to do is we need to build repatriation camps, put these people in them under the understanding that they will be repatriated, they will live in relatively basic conditions, and they will then prefer to go home. Going home will be the better option for them. And they need to understand that. This is the kind of thing that we need to do. As Churchill used to say, action this day. Otherwise, if we're not careful, with our prisons are full, so it seems, with whom one wonders, we're going to end up like Sweden, which is now the rape capital of the Northern Hemisphere. We're going to end up living in gated communities like people in Cape Town, Johannesburg, parts of California and Rio de Janeiro, so on and so forth, where we have to protect ourselves with private security, with barbed wire run round our villages and our boroughs. Do you want that? Nobody is talking about it. Nobody is prepared to deal with it. Nobody is prepared to take the bull by the horns. The Muppets who occupy the House of Parliament at the moment don't seem to understand the urgency of this and our concerns and our fears and our worries. This country is teetering on the brink of disappearing as a nation of which we recognise. Now and historically, this can't happen. This shouldn't happen. We can deal with it. We kept out Philip of Spain, Napoleon, the Kaiser and Hitler. Do you honestly believe the nonsense you're being told by politicians that we can't keep these people out? If they say they can't, give me the bloody job. Put me in charge of the Royal Navy and the Royal Marines and I will sort it out. As most of you know, my work is very heavily independently research based and I get my information from all over the world. It would help if you press the subscribe button and the little bell next to it, because the more subscribers I have, the more likely it is that international independent research institutes will share their material with me. It's most helpful, and then of course I'll automatically share it with you. So surprise, won't cost you anything. Thank you very much.